Hey friends, hope all is well today. I am struggling a little bit today. I'm going to be honest with you. I just have the heaviness of the world on me right now. And it's hard. I've just been so heavy burdened this morning with what is happening around the world. Some of the recent things, of course, the destruction in Haiti with the earthquake that has left over 1,000 people dead. Of course, that's what they know right now. At least 30,000 families displaced. They're still going through trying to clear the debris and find others. And the storm is coming. And yes, Amy, eyes to see and ears to hear, absolutely. But there's so much happening, what's happening in Haiti, and this is just one of the areas where there is so impoverished. There's so much poverty there, and people are struggling. They don't have resources like we do in America, and we take them for granted. There are people suffering around the world that don't have food and water supplies. COVID, this virus that has just kind of taken over the world, and not only the virus itself, but the manipulation and the control that is behind it, that doesn't even allow just an illness to be an illness, but it is now being controlled, and people are being manipulated into all different things. We have so many friends that we know have had the virus or are suffering right now with this virus, but we know that the Lord is in control. God is allowing this. We are praying and praying and praying, Lord, please remove this virus. But if the Lord allows it, then there will be good that comes through it, and that as long as we stay faithful to Him and that we are listening to His guidance, not the world's guidance. But there are so many suffering in very hard ways. What's happening in Afghanistan right now with our troops being pulled out, and the Taliban just has come and taken over this country. Now the people in Afghanistan are at the will of this horrible entity that just means harm. And it reminds me of biblical days as I study in the Bible, where the places would be overrun with evil, and God would intervene. God doesn't always intervene. God always does things according to His will and His plan. But we are called to pray. There are many innocent people that have absolutely nothing to do with what is happening there, and they are the ones whose lives are at stake here. That they are the ones who, if they do not follow the leadership of this this hate, will be harmed, killed even. That is their mission. That is the mission of this evil that is there. We have innocent lives, American lives there. Word is that they're sheltering in place, trying to hide, to not be killed. Our military, our missionaries, people from around the world, innocent people, the people of Afghanistan, they are not all evil because they have been given this title of an evil place or an enemy of the world. No, there are innocent people everywhere. The amount of evil that encompasses the world is nothing compared to the good that is in the world. And we need to be praying fervently without ceasing for these people, the people of the world that are suffering. There's so much evil in the underworld, and the underground of sex trafficking and sacrifice of human life And I'm not just speaking of abortion. I'm talking about actual child sacrifice of individuals in the name of Satan, devil worship. Yes, you guys, this stuff is all happening. Are you grieving? Are you grieving in your heart for others that are suffering? Or are you just in your everyday of, well, I got to go to work and school and I'm hanging out with the girls and I'm doing this and I'm doing that? Listen, I get it. I get it. I've been in that place where it's all about me and what's going on and my family, but the Lord is opening up my heart to see so much. And it's not about panic. It is not about being going crazy with, I got to tell people, I'm in your face, got to say something. It's not about that. It's about allowing God to lead you and show you what is actually taking place, asking for revelation. We are in a time of great awakening. Apocalypse, people look at it as zombies and all of that. That's not what that means. It is a great revelation is what apocalypse is. Apocalypso. That it's a great revealing. And that is, we're in that time of a great revelation, a great revealing of the evil that is taking place in this world. And it is not for us to just sit on and go about our day-to-day life. Why is this great revelation coming? Because the Lord is coming soon. Sometimes when we talk about the end and Jesus coming back, people think, I've been talking about that for years and years and years. And if Jesus was coming, he would have already come. Let me tell you something, people. Jesus is coming soon. It says so right here. Get in it. It says so right here. The entire book of Revelation is a playbook. It tells you in detail what is going to happen. No, we are not in the final battle. Someone told me that we are in the final battle. No, we are not. The final battle is when Jesus Christ, actually in front of the entire world, all nations will see him, will be here fighting the battle against Satan himself and will put him away. The Bible talks about all of these details, but the Bible also tells you what is coming, what it will look like, what to be prepared for, what has to take place before all of these things happen. And yes, they are happening right in front of our faces, but you have to be open to see it. Have a grievance in your heart for others. Pray without ceasing. God tells us, love others as yourself. Well, if you love others as you would love yourself, how can you not be praying? How can you not be grieving for what is taking place? It's not about fear and worry and anxiety, although the enemy brings that upon you. It's about a stirring in your heart and in your spirit and leading you to Christ, to want to know more, to want to pray for these people. Romans 12:12, this is what it says about how we should be handling things. It says to rejoice in hope. We have hope in Jesus Christ. Be patient in affliction and continue in steadfast prayer. Be patient in the afflictions of life because the Lord has promised us, yes, there will be trials, there will be tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world. He overcame the day he died on that cross and when he was resurrected to new life. If people don't understand, if people think this is all a bunch of mumbo jumbo and that the Word of God is just a whole bunch of people writing books and it's put together, well, if you read from cover to cover, you will see how everything is intertwined. It's not just mumbo jumbo. It's not just a bunch of writing. It all comes together. And from beginning to end, you see the story of Jesus Christ. And you see the story of how God has put it all together. And he tells us what's coming. He tells us all the things that are going to take place. He tells us what to look for. He tells us how to pray for others, lift others, to encourage others, to have hope in affliction in the midst of all the trials and troubles, to know that Jesus Christ conquered the world on the cross. When he died on that cross And he said in the word, he said to his followers, this is what's going to happen to me. The people of his day didn't believe him. Even of his own family did not believe him. Until the third day when he said he would rise. And he did. And it is documented how many people saw him. How many people touched and felt him. How saw the scars. And folks, if we can see that that is real and that truly did happen, and there's so much evidence, read The Case for Christ. You will find all the evidence if you're one of those people that needs to seek out proof. You'll find it there. It's documented. But if we can trust that that has happened, why can't we trust that the rest of it is going to happen the way Jesus said it would? And so we have to pray without ceasing. We have to pray and love and encourage those who are suffering. So many people are suffering right now, and they're looking for a way to get through. They need the hope of Jesus Christ. That's who they need. That's what they need in their life. But those of us who know the Lord, it is our responsibility to lift them up, to cover them in prayer. The Lord instructs us how to manage these situations, and the Lord instructs us to go to him. So in this world where it's crazy right now, and you see so much illness and heartache and suffering and grief, stop thinking about what you're going to watch on TV tonight. Stop thinking about the next ball game. Yes, live your life. Enjoy it. God gave us a life, and he wants us to live it abundantly. But he also calls us to love others and to pray for others and to be there, to walk alongside them in their grief and in their suffering. I know it's heavy. I just dumped a lot. But my heart is so grieved with what is happening in the world and what is to come, and that people aren't seeing, that people are blind to it, that people prioritize in different ways. So my prayer today is for you, that God would open your heart, open your mind to hear what he has to say, to feel the Holy Spirit as it comes upon you, and to pray and to seek out ways that you can minister to the others around you, to love on those around you who are suffering. And instead of posting on social media about your day, I do it too. I share my life, but at the same time, I'm sharing what's taking place in the world. Use that as a platform. That is your mission field. Wherever you are is your mission field. To share the hope of Jesus Christ, and to love and to serve others, and to draw others to him so that they know of the hope that I know, that is Jesus, and he will be coming soon, and you don't want to be left behind in the midst of all of what is coming. This is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. This is just the beginning of hardship. Love you guys. See you later.